Chris Abbott here, and today it's my pleasure and privilege to introduce you to one of my valued team members and friends, mortgage broker David DeNeire. With an extensive background spanning over 20 years in the banking and financial services sector, David brings with him an extraordinary ability to break down your mortgage financing in details into an easy-to-understand format, eliminating any confusion and, better yet, the stress that comes along with making such a large financial decision. What I particularly value in David's experience goes beyond his professional skill set. He's also a gifted athlete and competitor, having run extensively all over the world, which takes a certain kind of person to have that kind of focus and dedication. These core values are what separate David from his competition and are the very things that will work for you when seeking out the very best options for your mortgage lending. Now, here's a little more about David. If you're in the market for a mortgage, give him a call. You won't be disappointed.
Welcome back to Morning Live. Marathons, of course, an excellent way to challenge your limits, but would you actually run one every weekend? Avid marathon runners run like a Clydesdale. David DeNeire is here. He's participated in the Rock and Roll Marathon for 2 years in a row now, and we are looking at your medals. This is unbelievable. So he brings up this knapsack and he's just pulling these medals out. And I was saying to you, I had no idea the medals were so cool looking.
Yeah, definitely
Especially for the series,
part
right?
of the draw, you know. After 42 kilometers, you're hoping you're getting rewarded with something that's memorable for sure. So this is just
this one, of course.
a fraction of the medals that I brought from home today.
Here, let's show this one because this one's very cool. You were saying you love running in New Orleans, and right away, of course, this is New Orleans, hands down.
Yeah, definitely represents Mardi Gras, and great race course and some great people that come out to support the race. So.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go back before we get too far into all of this on how it all came to be, because you at one point weighed over 300 pounds.
Yeah.
That's got to be hard for you even just to fathom that.
You know, it's...
But you lived it.
I did, and you know, I've been battling with my weight for most of my life, and always kind of found that cardio was definitely the ticket for me to control my weight. And what started just over really 3 years ago was just a way to get together with some friends. And
just over 3 years ago?
Yeah, well,
that's how soon this is really.
Yeah, so just in the last 3 years, it's been 115 plus races all over the world, and you know, it started off as a way to be social with some friends, and then there was a challenge out there for a half marathon, and then I kind of fell back to unfortunately being lazy, and I took about 18 months off, and then challenged myself to run 9 half marathons in 9 weeks, and then.
Goodness.
Went off to Las Vegas and ran my first full marathon in December of 2010. So that's kind of, you know, it started off as a way to get together with some friends, and then it became a passion. And it's since then, it's taken me to places I never expected.
Well, it's amazing. I mean, you can see here just from the medals, you've been like around the world. But I think what's cool about the whole thing is it's so real, it's so human, that because everybody has their challenges when it comes to being motivated and staying motivated within exercise. So, I mean, you just go to show you were in it and then you fell out of it so quickly. But, you know.
And I'll be honest, one of the things that has really kept me accountable has been social media.
Social media.
And I knew that would be something that would, you know, hold me to my goals. So what happened in 2011, I thought, you know, I ran my first full marathon in 2010. It was an experience that I'll never forget. And I thought, you know, if I can do 1 marathon, I can do 12 marathons. So in 2011, I decided I was going to run 12 marathons in 12 months. Right? Well, that then turned into 12 marathons and 12 half marathons in 12 months. And so
you're actually just really like into it. Like this was, look at all, there's all your medals. So we only have just a small portion of. So wow, you've actually created your own area, your own room. I was going to say for. Look at that! That is unbelievable.
Thank you. Yeah, it's been quite a wild experience. Last year, I came up with a goal of running 50 races in 50 weeks in 5 different countries. Ended up running 51 races. And traveled 146,000 kilometers around the world to do this, and I've met some amazing people along the way.
Oh, what an experience.
I was just thinking about reflecting back to last year at this time. I was in LA, I was running with Will Ferrell, of all people.
No way.
And it was just...
he can run?
Yeah, in fact... I'm not going to lie, actually. He took off in front of me. So we ran for about 6 miles together, and we'll say that I lost a shoelace or something like that and had to pull over. But no, Will, he can definitely do more than just
go figure.
Streaking on the quad.
Isn't that amazing? But so let's just talk about your body for a moment too. How has, sometimes people find, after running a period of time that their body just can't take it. Have you had any sustainable injuries? Or?
I've been very lucky, knock on wood, that I haven't had anything that's really kept me back. I did have a bit of an injury last year with plantar fasciitis.
Sure, that makes sense.
But I was running a full marathon in Denver on the Saturday, took off Saturday afternoon, flew to Montreal, and ran to Montreal the full marathon in Montreal the next day.
Goodness.
And it wasn't until halfway through that race that I started to get this aching pain in my foot. But no, I'm surprised that I wouldn't necessarily recommend running as many as I have by any means.
It's a little excessive, I'm not going to lie.
But it's amazing what you can push your body to do.
Yeah, I was going to say, you've challenged yourself and you have succeeded and you've had a great time doing it. And well, unfortunately we're out of time. We could talk to you for the next 20 minutes. What's next for you? Where are you going? What's happening?
ING New York City Marathon, the largest marathon in the world, is next weekend. I'm so excited to get out to run it. Not only to run it, but also to return to Staten Island and see how the recovery efforts are doing there. So.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for coming on the show. I really appreciate it. Really good stuff, and these medals are amazing. We're going to head to break, and we're going to keep on looking at these. It's so fun. Well, here's the last segment.
It's